Hey guys, it's Autumn here, and today we are taking a dive into history in this video, actually. Not intentionally, it just kind of turned out that way when I went to go figure out about things to talk about for this video. So the overarching influence is from both Greek and Egyptian, culture and, ancient Greek and ancient Egyptian culture. Let me correct that. And how they dressed and what they wore and that sort of thing. It's not 100% accurate, I know that. I kind of simplified what kind of things they would wear and that sort of thing. But this is actually something that is unintentionally perfectly descriptive of the Hellenistic period in Egypt, which is when Greeks came in and they, with Ptolemy, King Ptolemy the Fifth, I think, and they ruled over Egypt and kind of changed their whole system of doing things. And it's really important because it actually has some historical significance and it was unintentional. So, I did this piece a little bit differently, and I'll get back to the history in a moment, but I don't want to lose anyone. So, the paper I'm using for this is actually cardstock stuff, so it's causing a lot of difficulties for me to get down a flat layer. So I'm using the marker, taking a break, using the marker, taking a break, because it was causing the nib to kind of dry out while I was doing it. It was really weird, and I'm so glad I got more Bristol board because I don't think I could have worked on paper like this for any longer than I had to. This is the same illustration I tried to do in the Winsor Newton marker paper review video that I got irritated with and it didn't work, and I'm very happy that it worked this time because I would have been very upset if I had to wait even longer to work on this piece for you guys. So back into the history of this period. The reason I was kind of on this topic is there's a series of books by Rick Riordan called The Kane Chronicles. Freaking love those books. And for some reason I was thinking about the Rosetta Stone and the historical significance of it and that sort of thing. And I don't know why I was necessarily thinking about it, but I was. And so I kind of went with this design because of that. And I just kind of wanted to include some history, some notes about what happened during the Hellenistic period when there were Greeks in Egypt. So the Rosetta Stone, because I want to start off with that, was a huge stone tablet that has basically meaningless stuff on it. It's a decree from King Ptolemy, and it's silly and nobody really cares about what it says. But the important part is that there's Egyptian, Demotic, and Ancient Greek on it, which means we could translate it. And up until the point when this was translated, which was in the 1800s, she says, trying to remember things correctly. And the reason they could read the hieroglyphics was because of the ancient Greek. So they translated the ancient Greek, and then they translated the ancient Greek and Demotic, because the Demotic was kind of similar to the ancient Greek. It was like a combination of Greek and Egyptian for people who were learning, so most of the Egyptian country. And then it had the hieroglyphics at the top, which we had previously not been able to decipher at all. So it allowed us to do that. And while that's not the most important thing that occurred during that time period, it's one of the coolest things, and it's at the British Museum, and I've never been, but I would love to go. And that is Autumn wishing she could travel places. But yeah, it's freaking huge. It's big. It's a couple feet by a couple feet. It's a big thing. But yeah. And then when there were Greeks in Egypt, they were called Egyptioites. I have no idea. That's a weird word and I've never heard it. And they were there until 1952. That's insanity. And I mean, it's not like Greeks haven't visited Egypt, but when Alexander the Great came in and he's like, yo, you're ours now. That was interesting, and it's very fun. He proclaimed himself as the Pharaoh of Egypt, and I believe he was the one who married Cleopatra. No, Ptolemy. One of the Ptolemies married Cleopatra. I mean, Alexander was craziness, and I think he did silly things, but I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Alexander the Great was great and all, but he wasn't super interesting to learn about. Ptolemy was the one who married Cleopatra. And while he was the pharaoh, I'm going to use that term loosely because he was Greek, so he was king. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was built, I think, or it was either destroyed, and I don't remember because that's not something we really learned about. And the Library of Alexandria was freaking burned to the ground because people are monsters, and the Library of Alexandria was great. I have probably bored you enough with my Egyptian knowledge. I probably will do it again because Egypt is great. I would probably also do a video on Greek mythology at some point. Greek and Egyptian mythology. I will probably put a poll in the iCard. Which one do you want to see me do? Do you want to see me do Egyptian mythology or Greek mythology first? Because I'm going to try and do both. And then I might do Norse and Roman, although Roman is basically the same as Greek, except different names. So that is up to you guys. But I am starting to lose my voice, so I'm going to leave you guys here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone!
Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to check out another one over there, and if you want to see the full playlist for this series, check out over here. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone!